Alright, everybody. Thanks for coming. Today I'm going to be playing Frack the World, walking through some of the current build of the game, showing off what there is to do and how to play, and see how this goes. I'm not going to spend too much time in the menus and stuff. This is all early, most of it's placeholder. But basically we're just going to jump into a quick play match. I'm going to play as Sapphire Drilling. Every company has their own playstyle. Fog of War just means it's dark underground. I think that's the ideal way to play. We're just going to pick the basic map. So at the start of each map, you are given your objective for quick play. Very basic, just try to make $200,000. That's our only goal, that's all we're doing. And the first thing you're going to want to do is open up the contractor building down in this bottom right and build your standard oil rig. It's going to get us going, so I'll pick right there. So, as you can see, the oil rig has constructed 3 pipes that we can now build off into the underground, and it is very dark, it's hard to see. So, we're just going to start building some pipes and getting some oil. There's a little hotbar thing up here, so you just use the number keys to swap between your pipes. Makes it really fast to go through and get all this oil, which translates into 100 barrels every month. And the maintenance costs on all these pipes is $180 per month. So what that means there then is that you're making money and you're losing money. You gotta spend money to make money, kind of thing, you know? So the important thing to note is that the cost of a barrel of oil is variable and will fluctuate over time. So I'm not making $100. By default, the price of a barrel of oil at the start of a match is $5. So that's $500 a month. I'm spending $180, so I'm making $320 per month. So if I wanted to get to that match goal of 200,000, this is a terrible way to just let it go. So also on the HUD, the other thing I have to worry about would be the fact that the environmental health is another concern. So we have up here the total remaining environmental health, and below it is the amount of damage that we're doing per month. And then this is our kind of protester counter, and we don't have to worry about protesters for a while. So let's just keep building. So as we can see, it's pretty dark under here, and it might be hard to guess where to build and what's happening on the entire left side of the screen. Luckily, there is something we can do to try to alleviate that. We're going to build a research lab. And we have this torch additive effluent. In the research lab, you're buying effluents that you're attaching to the pipes. And then this one is really just an underground torch. You attach it to the horizontal pipe that's fracking, and you get to see a little bit more. Like I can make out the faintest bit of some oil right there. Yeah, there's a section right there. If I were to keep going, I can't quite make out if it's green or blue oil being better than green. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to make some money. So let's build across. Alright, that was a really good idea. I snagged 5 building that one torch effluent. So the kind of strategy of actually using the research lab matters a lot. Now that I've built a lot though down here, I'm getting a lot of oil, 866 barrels per month. I'm also doing a significant amount of damage to the environment per month. So this is where it gets tricky. Am I going to make enough money? Am I going to make that 200,000 before the environment's destroyed? And at this point, it's going to be going down really fast. And my protesters are upset because I'm doing so much damage. So what I should do at this point, I'm making almost $4,000 a month, is start to invest in some environmental health things. So one of the first things I can do is throw down a couple trees. Now what the trees are going to do is restore some environmental health on a timer that is unique to the tree itself. It's not quite a month, it's not too much longer than a month, but it's not going to save my life. It will slow down the environmental destruction, though, to a degree. The other thing I can do is go back in the research lab, and we have some effluents, as I've mentioned. So this blue one, it increases the oil drawn from the vein, but also increases the damage to the environment. So I want to avoid that one for now. But the red effluent reduces the sustained damage to the environment. And that's great. That's going to lower this number. And the only thing is that it's going to be costing me $5 per month plus the $250 to build it. So I'll throw that up here on a bunch of these. And it's not significant. It's only 2.42. But again, you know, that 0.3 difference, that's going to make the difference. And I do have a protester now hanging out over here. So let's see. There's a giant lawnmower going around outside. That is great timing. Thanks, guys. Alright, so I'm going to keep building down, because I want to have as much money to work with as possible. What are we looking at? Over 6,000 a month. So that's pretty good. I'm going to try to really start going here. So first off, I'm going to build an advisor's office, which has all of your advisors. It has the cost of oil per gallon, and it has all of your marketing, which are a bunch of different things. So one of the first things would be a PR campaign, which will get rid of my protester and kind of make my public opinion better for at least a little bit. So I'm going to buy that. My protester's gone. I am okay. My public opinion's still going down. PR campaign doesn't make my public opinion not decrease. It just temporarily gives me a better image. So we're going to keep going. We're going to build a sustainability building. Alright, so I can't actually build the upgrade in the sustainability building because I need one of those advisors, the sustainability officer. By just building this building itself, I've improved my public opinion and lowered my environmental degradation. Again, this is all, it's about slowing down the inevitable. So this is going to reduce my environmental damage by a further 0.3 up here. And what you're going to see is these big pollution bubbles in the background are going to disappear. And my sky is going to be a little clear again. Very cool, very nice. Alright. It's rainy right now, because there's some weather. So that's pretty cool. And we're going to keep building. What am I making? Almost 6,300. Alright. I'm going to see if I can get any more oil in the underground. So I got some stuff down there. I'll build to all of that. Perfect. Oh, I just uncovered one right there as well. So let's grab that. Alright, so I have built some really deep pipes. That's going to really drive up my profits. 8,000. Feeling pretty good about that. My lifetime money is now 84,000. I need to make another 120,000 about to win this match, and my environmental health is less than half. So at this point, it is about lowering my impact as much as possible. So let's see. I'm going to build a lot more of these red effluents. And I went really hard with those. I could have probably mixed in the blue effluents and increased my oil output for more money, but we'll see how that goes. I'm really just trying to drive down my environmental damage as much as possible right now in this play. So I'm going to build a bunch of trees to restore that environmental health on their timers. We're making just less than 8,000 now per month. And I have a protester back. So the thing about being a protester being back is I can do a further PR campaign. It costs a lot more money than the first one, and it's not as effective. But I'm just going to do that because I want to get rid of that protester. And as you can see, it's still going down. It's still even in the negatives. But the protester's gone again for at least a little bit. And now it is snowing. Alright. So this is when it starts to get tricky. I do want to make sure I'm making enough money. And at this point, I could build another oil rig and really send some more pipes down in the underground. Or I can really invest in upgrades. But at this point, with where I'm at with my lifetime money and where I'm at with my environmental health, I'm kind of at a crossroads. I'm going to make some decisions, and they are going to make or break the match. If I let it sit, I will probably lose after about 10 months because it's just still not making that much money. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a plastic manufactory, which requires the scientist. So we're going to go back, build the plastic manufactory. Now what I can do here is use barrels of oil to make units of plastic. That takes them out of my monthly pool that is generating money completely for 3 months. So I'm losing 250 gallons of oil for 3 months, which is going to be a significant monthly knock. I went from that close to 8,000 all the way down to 6,500. But after 3 months, that plastic is going to sell for 25% more than it would have if I just kept it as oil for those 3 months. So it's kind of getting rid of those short-term profits for more of a long-term profit. Building a plastic manufactory, though, has made my public opinion go down a lot faster, and I'm going to start having to deal with more protesters, which isn't ideal. So in a last-ditch effort, what we're going to do is use our final PR campaign, which is really not effective at all. It costs a lot, and it did not even get rid of the protester. But what it will do is slow down the time that several other protesters are going to show up. So my plastic is done. It's made that money, almost 6,000 from those 250 barrels. Added with what I normally make this month was $12,600 in profit as opposed to like the 6,000. So I'm making good money. I'm probably going to make it. Just to make sure, I'm going to throw down a few more trees. Our land use is full up top, and we are making money. making 7,000. I need 1,200, not 1,200, I need 12,000 more to win. So I win in 2 months, and the environmental health is being held off by all these trees I planted, even though it's going down. The only thing that would significantly hamper me at this point is more protesters showing up, and I do not think that they will show up in time, because I win next month. So on this rainy June 2023, I've successfully completed a match of Frack the World. This is what our underground looks like, loaded up with effluence. And let's sell. Bam! After you complete a match, you can press escape, go back to the main menu, go to your next level, or if you wanted to keep playing a match, see how much money you can squeeze out of it, just press that X and keep it up. But for right now, I'm going to go back. So it's marked when you finish a quick play match. The 5 stages in this build that I am showing right now all feature vastly different gimmicks, and I hope to show off all of those gimmicks as time goes on. Some other things to expect are the scenario and campaign modes. Those are modeled after the War Room and campaign modes from Advance Wars to give an idea of what to expect. And then there'll be stats, achievements, and little cosmetic changes you can unlock. New skins for the buildings, and you'll be able to adjust all of that from this menu as well. So, anyways, thank you for watching. That was a match of Frack the World.